Okay, welcome back to the Social Club. It's the video you've all been waiting for. We've got Flav here from the Fighting Cock.
We haven't been waiting for it. No one's been
waiting for. The doubtless countless Arsenal fans in the comments. We've got Robbie here, of course, and Paddy and Mia as well. Did Tottenham Spurs it up, Robbie?
So, what do you think? Of course they
I'm
Spurs
asking
it
you
up.
the question.
They Spurs it up, yeah. Like I said on this programme before, like I did a thing on BBC, I said, more in hope when I did it on BBC, to be fair, that they Spurs it up. But I just had a feeling that Spurs would mess it up. I've said quite a lot of times on this show that for a lot of the season, Spurs went under the radar. Done a lot of their good work sort of under the radar when the spotlight wasn't on them. Played well, I'm not going to deny that. They played very well this season, got a very young team, very dynamic. And a bit like Arsenal, I'm not going to deny Arsenal didn't do the same thing as well. When the pressure came, they fell apart. And I think yesterday epitomised that. You know, Harry Kane and those guys came out before that game and they said, we're going to finish above Arsenal for the fans. It will be a disaster, is what Harry Kane said. To finish
That's
below.
probably not how he said it, though.
No.
Well, that is what he came out and said. He's got his pictures. He's tweeting out with lions prowling and all that.
But
right?
They go up.
They go. Oh, hold on. They go up there, right, and get turned over 5-1 by a team that's been relegated and down to 10 men. I mean, come on, man. If that ain't Spurs in it, that's the biggest Spurs up of all time.
It's hard to argue with what you just said. It is.
Did ultimately, does it matter that you finished third and they finished second?
Yeah, of course it matters. I mean, it matters. It does matter. It matters. I can't lie and say it doesn't hurt. It does. If you feel like it didn't hurt, and if Arsenal weren't celebrating in the way that they did, then in my opinion, you're not proper Arsenal. You're not proper Tottenham. So yeah, it hurts. I've got an issue with the word Spurs it up. It's like, it's nonsense. If you look over the season, Arsenal were favourites to win the league for 20 weeks. 20 weeks you were top of the league. Spurs were top of the league for 15 minutes. Who choked?
So if you were top of the league for 15 minutes, why were they talking? Why were you not getting so, all this talked up, we're the best team, we're going to win the league, mind the gap, as you said, mind the gap.
That was a joke.
Yeah, it's a joke now. Yeah? It's a joke. Why? If that was the case, why don't you just keep it down, right? And just try and because you guys were in a great position to win that league. You going into that game against West Ham, you were 3 points behind Leicester. 3 points.
Yeah, we were. Look,
going into that game against West Ham, the pressure came on, and you fell apart.
Yeah,
and as I said, I know that Arsenal is a similar thing. We fell apart when the pressure's on, but.
We did fall apart, right? We did. We left it all on that pitch against Chelsea. We lost our heads in the last 20 minutes. We lost Dele Alli and Dembele for the last 3 games. And
wow.
Admittedly, I've been banging on about the fact that Spurs have this squad that people can be taken out and put in. The only 2 irreplaceable players are Kane and Lloris, and that isn't the case. Dembele and Ali were more important than I thought they were because we weren't the same team.
But that's a good thing.
That's
a good thing. You just
that's
sit down
that's
and have a word with yourself for a second.
Just sorry, Pep, before you come in, I just want to say one other thing because a Spurs fan was saying that to me yesterday, right? Now,
doesn't he have 2 channels?
You're fine. Right, you got jokes. Listen, right, a Spurs fan was saying that to me yesterday as an excuse.
Anyway, shut up, Ped.
Right? Dembele and Dele Alli were missing, right?
Yeah.
So what? 3 games, right? I saw Santi Cazorla yesterday, right? I ain't seen that guy for 6 months, right? Jack Wilshere, that's his first full game he's played all season.
Handbag dog.
Right? Look how many injuries we had, players missing. You miss 2 guys for 3 games.
Yeah,
and it just falls apart.
Yeah, but to be fair, Robbie, like Spurs aren't put together the way you've been put together. You've been building that squad for 20 years, probably. With Arsene Wenger. Whereas
I thought Rosicky was dead.
Well, yeah, exactly. Rosicky and Arteta apparently were still professional footballers. But look at Spurs. They've got you've probably you're not too dissimilar to we were a couple of years ago. You've probably got what, 13 or 14 absolute trustworthy, nailed-on first-team players, and the rest here or there.
I didn't think that
So
was the case, but yeah. it is
But
now,
to lose
isn't it?
two big teams. But we had it a couple of years ago when Jordan Henderson missed the last few games with us. And I know there's a lot of people who have opinions of Jordan Henderson that are wrong, but he was integral to our midfield where all of a sudden he was out and we ended up with Iago Aspas playing in our team, etc., etc.
Do you know what? Looking back at the state, it's really difficult right now because all Spurs fans are feeling it. Do you know what I mean? And we've got to take our medicine because we have been giving it all season. And I've taken everything Robbie's had to give me today, and I've given you very little back, and I accept it.
Yeah, you can not a lot you can give me back.
What? Look, there's tons.
But I'll take it. Yeah,
anyway,
fair play.
But I have to take my medicine, whatever. The fact is we finished third in the league. We're upset about that, and that's progress. And if you take out that last 3 or 4 games, Spurs are in a very, very healthy position.
Absolutely. I'd be more arsed that you didn't win the league than finishing behind Arsenal. It all felt a bit
I'm not.
at the Chelsea. Yeah, no, but it all felt a bit at the Chelsea game. You threw everything into that. It failed, and from that night on, you just went a bit.
Yeah.
I disagree.
I wouldn't. You had a title charge. They didn't. That's the difference for me. You had a goal. They didn't. And I think I know Robbie's made up, and I'd be made up if I was in the same position. But I watched the video of Claude yesterday, and I think he's spot on. All these people celebrating. Again, we go back to the video before saying it's been a good season. Arsenal have done nothing this season, finished second, and I think Tottenham have been brilliant this season, and it will hurt that you finish behind them, but. I wouldn't be that worried about that.
Yeah, the thing that gets me is people going, sorry Robbie, people going, well look, Spurs have had the best season ever and they finished there, and we, Arsenal, have had the worst season we've ever had and we've finished above them in second is like Arsene Wenger, Arsenal apologism all over again, because this is exactly Ped's point is exactly spot on.
No, it's not though, is it? Because we've had that. We've had that.
Let me just
but we've had that at our club. Yeah, but we've had that at our club. You've explained enough, sir. You've explained enough. And you've got 2 channels and fuck off. Right. We've had this for years. People
You've got 2 channels. Anyway, carry on.
I haven't got a channel.
People put glass ceilings in and then they tell everybody. We've had it at our club for years. They keep telling people that's your glass ceiling. You can't go through it and we won't try and all this. And you've got it at your club, I think, to a point. But you have to, haven't you?
Hold on.
But you have.
Chatting rubbish.
No, I'm not.
I'm an Arsenal fan. I can tell you that there's nobody.
Sometimes it takes an outside perspective.
Let me finish. There's no Arsenal fan under any illusions that this is any fantastic season.
I seen them on your video yesterday.
Listen,
I seen them.
Those fans are
They just
happy.
day trippers.
Hold on.
They just day trippers.
Listen, you want me to talk?
They put food on your kids' table, fellas.
Those fans.
You've got a good reason for taking the easy way out.
Those fans were happy, right? That we finished above Spurs. A little
but
something.
That's nothing though, is it?
Let me finish, mate. They're happy. There's a little smile on their face that we finished above Spurs. But we're not happy about the season.
They looked happy.
We are very disappointed about... All Arsenal fans are disappointed with this season. No Arsenal fan is happy with this. And we've got fans saying to us, well, what are you moaning about? You finished second.
It's your best...
We're not happy about that at all.
Best
but
in 11
the only
years,
thing that gives us a little smile on our face is that you guys have been giving it all season, saying you're this great team, and we still finished above you.
Yeah, you did.
That's the only thing. And if it was Everton and Liverpool, it would be a similar thing.
Well, not for me. It wasn't.
It's a bit like when you play a local derby against your rivals. Your rivals are doing much better than you, but you beat them. You celebrate because you've got one over your rivals, but it's not been a great season. No Arsenal fan under any illusion.
I think Ped's point is absolutely spot on. Ultimately, is that it's all well and good having a laugh at Spurs' expense, and do it because it's footy and let's have a bit of banter and all that shit. But the fact of the matter is that Spurs actually mounted a title challenge, which is something Arsenal. When was the last time Arsenal mounted a title challenge? They were within contention.
They finished 11 points behind Leicester.
They were within. That is a lot closer than yous have come.
Who's 10 points behind? Yeah, what are you talking about?
No, I'm sorry.
Did you go to school, mate?
I feel like Mum and Dad are arguing. That's not a title challenge. The title challenge is being in contention.
Neither of us.
They were in contention with what? 4 games to go.
Yeah.
They did not mount a serious title challenge, just like
They
we
were
did.
the most serious contenders
but they
of
fell
the
apart.
contenders. That's irrelevant.
Leicester
The point
won the
is-
league with 3 games to spare.
Absolutely, but I can't.
There was no title
I
challenge.
can't.
But they
Look, you
won
can't
it from
sit
Spurs,
here
not from
and buzz
Arsenal.
no, but you can't sit here and buzz your tits off about Spurs. Oh, they collapsed. Blah blah blah
They
blah
did.
blah.
They
I'm
did
sorry,
collapse.
but people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Listen, mate, it's
and,
your
and,
rival.
and
If you-
particularly
I just don't
Arsenal
think people
fans,
should live in glass
when
houses.
once
If you're-
again you have completely summarily failed to deliver a
All right,
Premier League
let's
title.
let's all be friends with the underdog here. Ped.
No, I don't think it is
You
the
know what I
underdog,
mean?
though.
At the end of the day, if it was an Everton Liverpool situation, right, you would be giving it to Ped, and Ped would be giving it back to you. If it had been the other way around, if you'd been listening all season to Ped telling you about how Everton are about to win the league and how we're a much better team than you, and you happened in a poor season to finish above Ped, you would be giving it to him as a right. So come on, let's have it right. Nobody is under any illusions.
Can I have the final say?
As the
I
Spurs
suppose-
fan, under accusation.
I suppose you set your own standards in life, don't you?
That's what you do.
Look, firstly, I love that I basically have sat and said nothing at all. Ben and Chris have kind of nailed
Honorary
it.
Tottenham place.
And nailed it for me. But
Amazing.
I've got to say, to a certain extent, I agree with Robbie in that if they can't celebrate finishing above us, then our rivalry means nothing.
Yeah.
And it hurts. But these two make some valid points, Rob.
Maybe
Right.
maybe
Oh, no,
maybe
that'll
it's a
do,
case
yeah.
that I think the rivalry.
If you want to see
between-
more, check out Arsenal Fan TV. Man
One
like
second.
Robbie.
I was just
Man
saying.
like Robbie 2.
I think the rivalry
Man like
between
Tau.
the rivalry in
like
on-
Got
Lord.
more channels than fucking Sky Movies. They
the rivalry on Merseyside's a bit different. You know what I mean? They go into local derbies. They sit next to each other. It's a different thing up here. But down in North London, mate,
I don't
Anyway,
it's a different rivalry.
Anyway, did Spurs it up? Should Arsenal have been doing more? Are they right to laugh at Spurs, etc., etc.?
Oh, shut up.
Anyway, apparently I'm Chris from the Red Men TV, called the Slav. We're going to wrap that up there. Subscribe. I
was distracted.
Toffee TV, Arsenal Fan TV, the Red Men TV, and go listen to the Fighting Cock podcast as well.